All right. Welcome. Here we are again for Magic Mondays, episode 8. I see Acid Burn's already in the chat. Thanks so much for stopping in, man. Like I said, it's going to be interesting go tonight because I haven't played yet on the new core set. I played one round, but the person conceded pretty quickly, so I don't think they got the drop they wanted. Says, really happy to see your channel growing, 1 million subs just around the corner. Thanks, man. Hopefully it keeps going. I appreciate it. Keep getting closer to that 1,000, then I keep losing, or YouTube keeps clawing back a bunch. But hey, I'll just keep going. Just keep playing every week. Streaming when I can. Alright, so let's get into it. I guess there's an experience tree. Oh yeah, I got a few decks. I would love to show you a few decks. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not. I'm probably gonna buy a bunch of packs since I've been saving the gold up. I got a ton of gold, so I'll probably buy a bunch of packs to try to build it. But I see there's an XP leveler in this one as well. Right now, I'm just doing my dailies. That's all I'm doing right now. Not having a problem finding people tonight, that's for sure. What do we got? This isn't a deck I normally... This is just the pre-built that comes with the game. I haven't even touched it. I'm just trying to do red-green as quickly as possible and then switch to a deck I'm more comfortable with. And see how that goes. Probably get my butt kicked a couple times. Level 33. Nice. Nice. I just started, so... Hopefully I can get up there relatively quickly, though. Get Druid of the Cowl out on the table first. Yeah, so we have some swamp. What is that? A 1/1 Death Touch lifelink? For one... for 1 mana? Are you kidding me? I guess I could use Banefire and kill that thing, but... I don't know. I'll just let him poke at me with the 1/1 for now if he chooses to, if they choose to attack. But that's awesome that you already hit level 33. Oh, that's awesome, man. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Really appreciate that, dude. Safe driving. Good travels. I'm going to turn the background audio up. I know it's quite quiet, this game. Timber George. Draconic Disciple out on the table. Ah. Disfigure. Oh, it's like dead weight. It's a different type of, just a different name for dead weight. That lifelink card. I don't want to waste a lightning strike on it. I'll just hit him with the lightning strike. Hit the player with the lightning strike. Yeah, a bit of a waste on the Bane Fire, but I needed to get that thing off the table. That'd be awesome, man, if we could do that. Play together and then you could break down like what's going on for the people watching it. That'd be an awesome idea. We'll definitely have to do that in the future. Oh, the updated Sorin's Thirst. Ah, that card's not as nice. It's still cool, but I prefer the other one. I love that card, Sorin's Thirst. Oh, there's some white. Finally, so it is a proper vampire deck. Get Gore Cloud on the table. Help you make better text too. Oh yeah, man. I'm all for that. I'm all for improving. Keep grinding, getting good at the game. And there's the Pride Mate. What a combo that is. The Impassioned Orator and the Pride Mate. You put the creature in, it gets the buff. Yeah. Put the Silverclad on the table. I wanted to attack there, but I'm just not sure of this deck. Should have attacked with Goreclaw. Gotta be more aggressive with this type of deck. Yeah. Passivism. Vampire of the Dire Moon. I love that card, but I don't want to play it against it. Play against it. See if he blocks with his Pride's Mate. Death Touch. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made indeed. Oh, come on. Another Orator? Are you kidding me? I don't know if you have Discord on your phone, but if I have sent it to where I get notification anyone message me will pop up in sometime and play with us. Sounds good. I do have it on my phone. I don't use it very often. I use it more on my PC, but I do have it on my phone. Sounds like a good idea. Charmed Phrase. Oh no. Oh, that Johnny is getting way out of hand. I don't like where this is going. But I'm going to hang in. Take the defeat. Take the L. Learn from it. And then I can attack with that and that. He's going to let the trample through probably. Yeah, he's going to let both through. But I still don't like where this is going. I'm going to have to sacrifice. He can't block. I'm going to have to block with my Llanowar elves and lose that mana. Tap all creatures. GG. Down to 1 health. Really? Another Majesty. Good game. No attack, reset, and just go on to the next one. What is that card? Angel of Vitality. 4/4 flying. If you gain life, you gain that much life. +1 instead. Angel of Vitality gets 2/2 as long as you have 25 or more life. Are you kidding me? It only costs 3 mana to play that thing. No blocks. Right through to the face. And we're done. Probably buy some packs before I really get into it. Cleidius, Gideon. What do we got? A ton of mana and a Llanowar elves. One thing about these decks is you never go short on mana. Always getting lots of land. Whoops. Let's bring in the Timber George first. And then we'll bring in the Roots Crag because it... Oh, because I had a split. I thought that counted. Boo. Mistakes were made. At least it's early in the game. I know for next time. Next time. So this time we're going to play that. And we're going to play Samut. Get him on the table. So they'll probably come after me, after Samut, because I've got haste now with that on the table. Okay, so let's play another mountain. I think I have enough mana. I'll play that the next turn. I want to give this thing haste. Alright. More mana. I drew to the cowl. And then I'll play Carnage Tyrant. And I'm going to -1 onto that thing to hit him a little bit harder. Scry 1. $20-6, I have him down, but let's see if I can keep him down. You know, it has a funny way, this game, of going back when you just think you've got it. So we're gonna play. Oh, I didn't even get a tally out on the table. I had it, but I'll take that win. Take that win. Win's a win. I'll take it. A little bit of XP. Oh, so now it's based on XP. It's no longer amount of wins. Got it. Got it. Alright. Just another normal play. We'll keep that. Nothing comes out. I'm going to be shocking him on the next shock right to the face. I think I'm going to play the forest so I can get the Elvish Rejuvenator out on the table. But I don't want to lose those because I've already got 4 mana. I don't need, or 3 mana. I don't want to lose any. Another Rejuvenator. Decline, because I got 2 nice spells coming up. What does he got here? Mayhem Devil. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. So you must have some control cards in that deck to make me want to discard cards. Oh, the Doom Dissenter. I love that card. One of my favorites in the black deck. Oh, so if I block, he could deal damage. I'm going to let that through. So he'll probably sacrifice the Doom Dissenter. Yep, to get the zombie out on the table. Take the 4. And then get the charging Tuscadon out there before he hits me too many times with his Mayhem Devil. Oh, he's got double Mayhem Devils. Awesome. He wants to see what I'm going to do first. I'll play Colossal Majesty then. And Trample. On the Dinosaur. Really? Worth it. Worth it. Then I've got Goreclaw coming up. Or the Tuscadon. Oh, not lava coil. Exiled. No. Well, there goes my play. Not the play I was expecting. Footlight Fiend. When Footlight Fiend dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Interesting. Get that other thing off the table. See ya later. I'll put Gorkla out. I'm not gonna attack. And hopefully I get 1 more mana on the next turn. So I can play the worm. Gain that 7 life back. Yeah. I'm open for that draw. No! I don't have 7 mana on the board, but it's allowing me to play 1, and I'm not gonna complain. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to let him become the aggressor. Let them become the aggressor in this one. Ah, Judith. Not Judith. Let's see what it does. Let's see what they do. Do you have a spell in there? Or are you going to block? Or are you going to take it to the face? Something's got to happen. Interesting play. Unless they're waiting for a pull. Unless they're waiting for some type of miracle pull. They do have 8 mana. Let's try. They might be trying to build a combo here. And we're waiting for them. And they're stalling. Whoops. Wasn't the play I was expecting it to be, but hey. What'd they hit me with? Lava Ox. 5 damage. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, they're tapped out. GG. They are tapped. And that's game. Woo! Yeah. Made short work of that one as well. This deck rolls pretty well as long as you really get it going off the hop. Alright, got our first core set. Seeing what the cost is. I still have a Spark pack to unbox or to open up. Let's open that Spark pack while we're here. No, uncommon wild card. Nothing too crazy. Nah, plain white celebration. Don't really play a lot of green. Let's open this core set. I want to see what's in here. First core set opening. And nothing too exciting. Defender Fish. Disenchant. Prismite. Octoprophet. Aether Gust. Dragon Mage. That's actually pretty good. 5/5, but it costs 7 mana. Whenever Dragon Mage deals combat damage to a player, each player discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. Hanged Executioner. A 1/1 spirit. Flying. When Hanged Executioner enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. Exile Hanged Executioner. Exile target creature. Okay, so you can buff it for 4. It costs 3 to play it. You can buff it with another 4 to exile it and take something else off the deck. So, not too bad. Well, let's go to the brew. Let's go to my deck. Quiet night. Wonder where everyone is tonight. I'm going first, so I'll play that. What do we got? Nothing off the top. Let's play a swamp. Play plains and the bishop soldier. Bishop soldier, and then the next turn I'm going to play the bite. Alright, what do we got? So I'm going to draw that. Oh! They did not like where it was going, so I will take the victory and move on. Just putting it online. I'm trying to put it on Discord, see if we can get a couple more people rocking in here. There we go. It is posted. Try to get a couple more people in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Player's name is 10. Is that what we got going on here? It is a warm one. I'm going to turn the fan on. Just bear with me. Sorry for the background noise. But summer is definitely here and it's warm in my place. I'll try to talk more so you don't hear the buzz. Fill that void. 10 is choosing their deck, apparently. Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and nothing happened. Not that I was expecting anything to happen, but obviously they're either choosing their deck or they're going to concede. Choosing their hand. I don't know how many mulligans they're taking, or they're not even there and they haven't chosen. I'm going to opt for the latter in that option. I don't even think they're there. The thing I like about this homebrew deck is it's mostly low mana cost. It builds up really quickly, and I can play cards that I can just throw some cards out there that you might not normally play off the hop because they're low cost. And now we're waiting for this. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, dude. This doesn't make for a very interesting stream. Watching you take timeouts. You're out of timeouts now. You gotta do something. And they conceded. Oh, man. I knew that was coming. Well, we got a card and a little bit more XP. What do we get? A Wheat Dragon. Now I don't have any more of those. Got a ton of those cards. Get a little bit more gold. Need some more XP, though, to get that next level. Back to the homebrew. Into the normal plays. Maybe do a couple more normal plays and then we'll get into some ranked. I just want to see if there's anything particular about this card or if it's just a lot of about this expansion, this core set. I mean, unless or if it's just a bunch of reprints. I've seen a couple really decent cards like that vampire card that I want. Something about the moon, drawing of the moon. Here we go again with the timeouts. So, how's everybody doing at home? Hope you're doing well. Off to a good start this week, Monday. I know everybody's excited to be back to work if that's what they're doing this week. Or maybe they're on summer vacation. There we go. Twilight Panther, I love this card. Throw this out on the table. Here we go. Your turn, Markov. Sovereign's Bite. 3 and 3. Another card that I love. Attack with the Twilight Panther. And just like that, 23-16. Good start, good start. Let's see what they've got. Wall Defenders. Yeah, it can't be blocked by red. I love the Shield Mare. But I'll put the Cleric in first. I don't have a Swamp to pump it. For Death Touch. One Swamp and you pump the Death Touch onto the Twilight Panther. That's why I like that card so much. It only costs 1 mana, get it out for a quick play, and then you can give it Death Touch. Divination already, eh? And I'm going to tap that onto the Cleric. Make it a 5/4 with flying. No. I didn't want the Twilight Panther to die. It doesn't attack anyway. Forget it. It's a wall. So he'll just get tapped. I don't know if I want to use the Hieromancer's Cage on a wall, though. I'm getting close. We're at 6. We're at 6. I'm going to have to use it on one of them, unfortunately. Expect a lightning bolt or something to hit that Shield Mare anytime soon. Something that prevents from being affected. That can't be blocked by red. It's a mostly red deck from what I've seen so far. It's probably got some control cards in here as well. Counters, cancels, disperses, essence scatters. Your typical blue stuff, which I used to play a lot. I've moved away from it. I've definitely moved more towards the white black. Ooh. Is that a new Rawl? Is that the new Rawl? I want to see it stop moving. Oh no, that's an older Rawl. So he's +1ing for look at the top 2, and then put one of them into your hand. So that's not bad.
Come on.
Going after Rawl. Just because I can. Just because I can. So what do they got? What do you got here, Markov? What's your next play? Got a wall on the table that I can go over with the flying. The Shield Mare can't be blocked by it, so there's 4 damage right there. You've got 8. I think I'm going after Rawl again on the next turn. Unless they +1s. Enigma Drake. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because now he can be blocked. He can be blocked because he's partially blue. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I never see that card come out. I don't even know why I have it in the deck. I never get to enough mana. All on Rawl. So he can +1 one more time. And then I'll kill him with the Sky March. And the Shield Mare I'm going to have to use too. You have no maximum hand size. I hate that card. Reliquary Tower. It's like, no. It's alright. You don't have to do that. You don't have to play that card. Just put it back in your deck. We're all good here. We're good. Just put it back in your deck. Let's go home, you know. Go for a coffee. Talk it out. Just chill. Be pals. You don't need that. You don't need to have an unlimited hand size. You know. We can discuss this like rational human beings. Ew. There goes the Dreadmalkin.
Hope we get something good.
I hope you don't. I don't want you to get anything good. Okay, what do we got? Oh, shall I? Yes, okay. See you later, Raul. So now those balance each other out. And I still can't believe I only have 4 land on the table. All night long I've been getting a ton of land. This is the first mana block I've gotten into. I need more mana in order to do what I want to do. That is win. In order to win, I need more mana. I know it's hard to believe, but it's just possible. That's the thing. Whoa, that's not a good combo. Just killed my Shalai. That's not very nice of you. Do you not have the mana to pay for it? Ah, you're doing divination instead. Boo. Markov, I thought we were friends. Thought we were pals. Finally, I get another card. I don't like where that Enigma Drake's going, that's for sure. Worthy sacrifice to get that big thing off the table. I need 3 mana in order to get Zatalpa out there, and I don't think we're going to see it this game. I'm starting to lose confidence in my play here. Oh no. It's not nice at all. See, that's why those Enigma Drakes are so dangerous. You just buff them by throwing spells at people. Throw spells in my face, throw spells in my creatures, and then boom, Enigma Drakes. Uh-oh. Oh boy. The dragon deck has come out to play. Oh, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. So there's 12 there. And I still need 2 more mana to get that thing on the table. And now he's got damage 14. Oh boy. Here comes the combos. I was doing so well. I was doing so well. Did they really just say nice about their own play? Like, are you that ridiculous?
You must be accompanied by a parent or guardian to ride the lightning.
Yeah. Who says nice about their own play? Like, come on. Who says nice about their own play? You're playing like a home patched together deck, man. I almost had you. And then you nice your own play. Like, what? Have a good one. Thanks for coming out. Your go. I can do things like that too. Alright, on to the next one. On to the next game. Still doing okay for tonight. Still doing okay. I'm going to grab a drink. So I'll be right back. I'm back. Here we go. Gonna mute again for a second. Sorry, just grabbed a couple chips. Settle in for some play. Vampire Neonate on the swamp. First play. Not too bad at all. Second play with the Dreadmalkin. And we're going. We are going for it. Alright, so what do we got here? They played the Pridesmate. I'm going to sacrifice the Doom Dissenter to get rid of that thing. No, I want that to be the target. And I want that to be the sacrifice. That's the combo I want. When I was a noob, I would do it the other way around. I have done it, I must admit. So then I'm going to tap 2. The Neonate. Gain 1 life. Cost 1 life. Boom. And 1 damage with the Dreadmalkin. I have to go get my dog water in a minute. She doesn't understand the purpose of, being online. Or the difficulties, Oh, the Call to the Feast. I love that card. Do I want the Krull Raider? I want the War Leader. Krull Raider first. And no attack. I don't like that Johnny out there with all these lifelink things. I don't like the way this is going. Might have met my match here. At least I'll get rid of 2 of those things. Nope, took the hit. Alright, Gallant Cavalry. There's Angel. I'm going to play the Herald of Faith next. My table's wide. And then the Cleric comes out. So let's do the Cleric first. Two. Hey, Soy, what's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. Quiet night here. I think a lot of other people are streaming. But I'm just doing my usual Monday night magic. Was doing well. Lost a couple games in a row now. Hope you're doing pretty good, man. Oh, no. Yeah, they're just comboing me to the end. We should have a Warlight stream. Yeah, we could do that. And yeah, I did hear that whole thing about Disney. If you're talking about the Spider-Man thing with the kids, like the father wanted to put Spider-Man on the son's gravestone. And they said they don't do that with Marvel characters. And then I saw Tom from Midnight's Edge tweeted something the other day, or it might have been earlier today, about another character that they did approve that for from the MCU. I can't remember what character it was, but it's something that they accommodated before. I'm not... With that combo, I'm not even going to bother. Just on to the next. On to the next. That was it. It was Iron Man. I thought it was. That was my gut feeling. It was Iron Man. It really is. The irony, as you mentioned. They say they're all for kids, and then they pull that out, saying that, oh, ever since Walt Disney, way back in the day, his rule was that we don't do that sort of thing, and then actually, no. There's proof that they have been doing it. I haven't had a chance to check Jeremy's video out on it, but I'm sure it's pretty similar from what I've heard from other people. I was watching Nerdrotics the other day. Alright, I like this start. I like this start. Oh, get out of here with similar cards. But I've got the Hawk. The Healer Hawk. Get that out on the table. Gonna sacrifice that because I'll get the 3/3. And then it'll give me the Saproling for the sacrifice. And just like that, down to 11. That Paladin of Atonement is going to get up. At dawn, no offense, I thought you were fat, bro. You had a neck beard since I met someone who sounds like you. Oh, no. It's not, like, yeah, it's just a long beard. It's not a full neck. Like, underneath. It just looks like it. But underneath, it's like somewhat short, but I trimmed it a little while ago. And no, I don't take any offense at all, man. No worries. But yeah, I trimmed it a little while ago. And it just grows back really quickly now. But no. Especially for that story to come out. Like right around the time that Far From Home came into the theater. The timing couldn't be worse for Disney. Like they just released this new movie. What's probably the best Spider-Man movie that we've got so far. Since Marvel had their rights back, co-working with Sony. And then they do that, but I saw Far From Home on the weekend. It was alright. It was better than Homecoming, but it still wasn't. What is that? Still wasn't the greatest. Had some highlights and then some, I don't like that at all. An SJW. Yeah, well, that they jump to conclusions and just look to label people in a lot of ways. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Like, if we're right or if we're wrong. But that's what having an opinion and free speech is about. Doesn't matter if we're right or wrong. It's the fact that we have the ability to have that opinion, to form our own opinion. Yes. Finally, get rid of this thing. I'll pay the mana. See you later, Knight of Malice. Oh, no. Exiled it. So they get it back. Yeah, I hate that play. I would say Spider-Man 2 is good. Tobey Maguire. Oh yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I was having this, yes. See you later, love. I was having this discussion the other day on my stream with the guys that I stream with on Sundays, and I was talking about it with some people at work the other day as well. I think Tobey Maguire, those are the best Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones, number 1 and 2, and Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Because I went to see it, and then I watched the first Spider-Man Saturday night. I went to see it Sunday, Far From Home, and then I watched Spider-Man 2 last night. I'm going to go back and watch the Andrew Garfield ones as well. I saw those in this theater, but I haven't really watched them much since. we got here? No early plays, so just dropping mana on the table. Whoa. That wasn't on the table before. Click on that cat. At the beginning of your upkeep, look for a top card in your library. You may put it in your graveyard. Then if you have 7 or more cards in the graveyard, you may transform. Search for Arzantiga and Risen Reef. 1/1 elemental. Sorry, I'll read your the comment in a minute. So 3 wasn't good. It felt like a cluster F. I agree. It could have been so much better, but I think it was jumbled because there was too much going on. Like you had Sandman, Venom, and Gwen Stacy. It shouldn't have been all 3. Like it was just, you just should have been cut down to 1. Maybe just Sandman. I think it was too early to roll Venom in. You can't just introduce the black costume and then go right to Venom anyway. But I'd still probably watch that before one of the Andrew Garfields. Right? Exactly. Exactly. But I think they couldn't do that. I think they knew they had to wrap it up because Tobey Maguire was a little old in the role to begin with. And definitely by the time number 3 came around, it's like go by 4 to 6, you would have had to recast him. But no, I agree. Have it. Wait 1 more, get the black suit, and then a couple more after that. Because you had other villains you could have got to. Like, they keep trying to build up the Sinister Six, and they never get there. The Garfield movies tried it. Exactly! Thank you! Harry should have been Hobgoblin. Thank you. We still haven't gotten Hobgoblin. And this, the kid that plays it in Homecoming, that plays... Maguire was signed on for 5, yep. He was. But I mean, he was just like... He was almost out of the role, like being able to play the role. He was close to being a little too old for the role by that time. But no, the person, the actor they have playing him now, like, come on. Ned Leeds, I mean. There's no way you could see that guy as ever being the Hobgoblin. He's Ned Leeds by name only. And... There's no Harry Osborn, so I don't know. But you're right, he should have been Hobgoblin because we got in part 2. He had like he found the room and he knew about it, so many possibilities. But yeah, the first 2 Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans easily my favorite, without a doubt. Not that I'm totally like down on Homecoming. It had some good moments as well. Michael Keaton as the Vulture was actually really good. And Tom Holland wasn't bad considering what he had to work with. What is that thing? Yarok the Desecrator. That's from the new Death Touch and Lifelink 3/5. That's from the new core pack that just got released today, the 2020 core set. Meanwhile, I'm still playing with old cards. Still rocking the old cards. Oh, spark doubling that thing? Are you kidding me? And this Risen Reef combo where you can just like... Oh, man. Just look at all your cards and put lands on the table. Like, they've got 10 lands on the table. Like, R.I.P. Like, this is over. I don't have a chance. 10 mana and 2 elementals, 3/5 and a 4/6 with lifelink and death touch. Alright, GG, that game's over. Kyle, crazy, you got me. I don't think he should have died in Spider-Man 3. He should have been seriously burnt after Spider-Man 3 in an insane asylum and Cletus Cudacy, his roommate. There you go, man. You should have wrote the script. You should have wrote the stories for them. I would have eaten that up in a second because you're right. Goblin. He goes to like he goes to Rikers prison, recovering. He's got memory loss. He becomes the Hobgoblin from the Green Goblin, and then boom. You must have a card in here that has no limit to it. Yeah, there it is. You have no maximum hand size. I'm just conceding those. That's ridiculous. Have a good one. Miss me with that nonsense. 56 cards in the deck, 55 of them are in his hand. And here I was doing so well. Starting out okay. Last game started out okay too. What is that? 2/2 and they gain 2 life. You. I don't like this guy at all. These people, they're playing too many good ones. Too many good cards. I don't like you. You play too many good cards against me. Got nothing against you, just as a player. Oh, finally, a Johnny. No Spider-Man spoilers. Hey, Mr. Matthews, no worries. We won't. We were just talking about. We're talking about ideas of where the what Soy and I are talking about is where the Tobey Maguire ones should have went. So I'm not talking any spoilers. You're seeing it tomorrow night. I saw it on the weekend, and it was pretty good. It was better than Homecoming. I thought it was better than Homecoming. But we were talking about which ones we prefer. And my personal favorite is still the Tobey Maguire. So Soy and I were just discussing of where it should have went instead of what happened in number 3, like where the movie should have went. So yeah, so Harry kept mentioning Spider-Man, and Cletus asked him, and Harry slips up and tells him he's Peter Parker. At the end, you see Cletus get a phone book finding Aunt May's number in Spider-Man. Oh yeah, that would have been awesome. We're just discussing of where the Tobey Maguires could have went because he was signed on for 5 and if they made it to 6 movies. But if you don't like spoilers, then don't even turn on my stream from yesterday because that's all we talked about. I didn't have much to talk about. Oh yeah, the action was better. Even though I really liked Michael Keaton in Homecoming as the Vulture. He's probably the highlight of it. But I thought it was probably a better movie. But Homecoming did have some really good parts. The script is what really killed it for me. Oh! Ouch. Check out Fanscription. Oh, okay. Is that a website? With fan ideas of what? That's what we were saying, Mr. Matthews. Spider-Man could have been so much better that it should have just been Sandman. Not even introduce the black suit until the next movie, and then a couple more movies before you even see Venom. Like, it should not have been rushed. Because they also introduced Gwen Stacy. Like, it was too rushed. Oh, fanscription makes a good point on what should have happened in Spider-Man 3. Gotcha. I don't like this. Playing things off your... Oh, it's a YouTube channel. Nice. While we're waiting for B. Conrad here, I'll... Oh. Gotcha. There we go. Like Channel Awesome. Yeah, I'm familiar with Channel Awesome. It's just a different name. I didn't know the one you were saying. I was actually watching something by Channel Awesome about the new movie the other day. About the new Spider-Man movie. Ah, why did I not... Oh yeah, negative. Return target for converted mana. Let's see what we got in the graveyard. 3. No! I want to pay 3 for the shield mare. Mr. Matthews said it should have been at least 2 movies. I think it really savored and took its time with the black suit. That part was really good, I thought. What is this thing? Chromium the Mutable. It's an M19 as well. 7/7 legendary dragon. Flash flying. Discard a card until end of turn. Chromium becomes a human with base power. Loses all ability. Can't be blocked. Oh, give me a break. Oh, they dropped the new core set this weekend. I don't know if you've been playing, Mr. Matthews. But I've been meaning to get on. I wasn't able to yesterday. See you later, Soren. Both my guys have summoning sickness, so there's no blocking. Finding out MJ and Peter are getting married and who killed his father. Gotcha. Ah! I hate that card. I hate it with a passion. I might not have another play. No. Like if I lose this, I'm down. They have a lot of mana on the table though. Yeah, I know, right, Mr. Matthews? I was doing that. I was just doing that before you came on. It's like a hairless cat that hisses. It's a little creepy, I gotta admit. And you played a bit. That's it, Soy. Yeah, I was watching their video about something to do with Far From Home the other day. I think it had to do with more in the background of what the post-credit scenes were. Hey, Acid, you're still with us. No, let's not, Teferi. Let's not skip to any good part. We don't need it. We're good the way we are. So the Vulture should have been in Spider-Man 4. Agreed. And it's her kitty. Oh, the new Planeswalker. I think so. It's better than Goose the Cat, that's for sure. This isn't going too well for me, even though I've got them down to a 9 health. It's a lot of mana on the table. I don't like that thing at all, and I don't have anything to... I need the, what do you call it, to come out. I need the cage. I need the Hero Master's cage more than ever. Oh yeah, the Lizard by Raimi would have been awesome. But I liked the Lizard in the Andrew Garfield movies. In the first one. Dennis Leary was surprisingly good as Kirk Connors. No, he played Stacy. He played Captain Stacy. I can't remember who played the Lizard, but it was done pretty well. I drew that card as a reward. Nice. Yes, put it on the table. I keep resolving and it keeps coming up. Nelson Burns says, yeah, I was thinking about some advice. What unlocking cards, get all good lands first because your deck is only as good as your lands. That's for sure. Oh. These moment of cravings. Yeah, I remember there was a time they were talking about the Lizard, exactly, Mr. Matthews. But I remember they were talking about Spider-Man 3 was supposed to have the Vulture and Sandman in it. It wasn't even supposed... I remember that way back in the day. Like, it wasn't... Venom wasn't even mentioned in it. Like, the original leaks, it was supposed to be... I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Sandman and the Vulture. Or the Scorpion. That's what it sounds like we're getting in the next movie. From what I've heard, I read a couple articles, what the director was talking about after Far From Home. Because we had that post-credit scene at the end of Homecoming with the guy who was supposed to be Max Gargan. So... The Welsh one, yeah. Exactly. I can't remember who played the Lizard. But he was good. I did enjoy him. No! Yeah, I like that guy that plays the Mac Gargan character because he was a good part in Breaking Bad. I remember he played Tuco's cousin. I can't remember his name for Breaking Bad, but I do remember he was Tuco's cousin. The guy that tried to sell him out. And it didn't go too well for him. Mysterio is in the Raimi universe. Nacho, yes! Yes, that's it, Mr. Matthews, Nacho. And Mysterio is in the Raimi universe. Yeah. Should have been. Should have had his own section. They were leading up to the Sinister Six. That's where he wanted to go. Yeah, he is in Better Call Saul. I never finished Better Call Saul. I only made it through the second season. I definitely have to go back and watch the rest of it. Oh, this guy just keeps, like, comboing. They should have had all of them. That's where Raimi would have wanted to go. Yeah, he's the what do you call it? The guy who does the at the beginning. But yeah, such opportunities. But now we have the multiverse and Tom Holland Spider-Man. Really? Really? Oh. Well, that's it for this one. Just keeps jump starting with the insight, drawing 2 cards. Oh, that actor? MCU wanted Tobey Maguire apparently to play Spider-Man? I don't remember hearing that. But he's in something else that I really like too. The Nacho actor. I can't remember. Oh, of course, Now Shall I comes out. Oh, Holland wants to do a collaboration with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Oh, well, I guess when they go in the multiverse. I guess when they do the whole multiverse thing. Because that's where this is going. It's obvious. It was obvious from the beginning. And then as soon as we get the multiverse movie, it's obvious that's where this universe is going. I'm just going to tap this cat while I get my butt kicked in this game. This is the second game that it started off so well. And I'm not even playing on difficult. I mean, I'm not even playing in the ranked games. I'm just playing average games. Just getting wrecked. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was not a fun game. Getting ragdolled is never a good time. Play one more with this deck and then I just wish Sam Raimi made a deal with Sony. So do I. Gonna be right back. I'm just gonna fill my dog's water dish. And we're back. Let's see that's crazy. Jeremy and Awesome. Bruce Campbell is way cooler than Jake Jilly. Her, yep. That cute fire girl is her cat. Oh yeah, that's her. That's the one. Makes sense, doesn't it? Because he was 3 different characters. Oh my god, he's in the shield dimension. In the shield dimension. No. Just on a quick break. My dog was licking the water dish. It was empty, so I need to fill it for her. No attacks already because this thing came out on the table. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not in the shield dimension yet, so I got some time before that. Raimi lives in Romeo, Michigan. Nice. Oh, I don't like this. That thing doesn't have first strike, does it? Nope. Unless he's gonna cast a spell. Yep. No! And the table is cleared, just like that. Krull Raider of the Benalia. Ah, why not? Oh yeah, Soya Fan is making Spider-Man 4 based on what Raimi had planned. That'd be pretty cool. Isolated Chapel. Vengeance. I gotta win another match here. I think I need to open some cards. Need to open some of this core set. Take it off the table, man. Yeah, I know what you got coming up. I don't need to see it. And no, for the last time, I don't need a Spark Harvest. Get off the table, man. Get this thing off the table. So I don't have enough to play that. So take out all his goblins. I think Sam Raimi wanted the OG villains first, then to get the others last. That takes four trilogies at most. Yeah, that's a lot of movies. Would you change Venom's design in the Raimi universe? I would. I think for the time it looked okay. Whoa, where'd you get all these goblins from? Just throwing goblins. Mr. Matthew says, it sounds crazy, but I think Spider-Man 3 is my favorite of the three movies except for the last 20 minutes. Hey, man. If that's your preference, More power to you. I like the third one, but I prefer the first one. Even more than the second one. Even though a lot of people like the second one. I really like the first one. Maybe because Willem Dafoe, I think, is an awesome actor. He plays crazy Norman Osborn perfectly. The CG is a little dated. Like I was saying before he came on, I was telling Soy I just watched the first two the other night. CG is a little dated. But there's parts of it that look really good. And just like that, I'm dead. Whatever. I was trying to be nice. Yeah, totally. They totally completely dropped the ball on Venom. I do think Topher Grace was fine as Brock, though. It would be cool for a Carnage design, but it was a mistake to use his voice for Venom. Yeah, it was. It was not imposing enough. I watched the first one today. All the movies had great actors for their villains. They did. Dr. Octopus is really good, too. I did say good game. I thought the first one was a little boring though. I love the parts when they're in high school where it's just Peter. That's Spider-Man to me. I can see the pacing is a little slow at times, but I enjoy it. That's one of the reasons that one of the drawbacks I find of the Garfield movies and of the Homecoming is that they're always just throwing stuff at the screen. That there's never any time just with Peter doing his thing or thinking, because that's a major part of the comic of him pausing for a moment and thinking. It doesn't really translate well for a movie. I completely understand that though. Really? Duress right off the top? Are you kidding me? I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man needs to struggle for this to work. It does. That's the whole thing. That's another reason why those movies, to me, don't match up. Because he doesn't really have, like, he's getting everything handed to him by Tony Stark. Well, by Stark in the first one, and then Happy is looking after him now in the second. Yes, I agree, Mr. Matthews, about the controlling arms. Like they were driving him nuts, sort of thing. I don't think something that Dr. Octopus created would, like, you know... They could have just... But I think they wanted to go for a new twist because they couldn't just say, oh, we had an accident and his experiment caused him to be driven mad because it's exactly identical to the Green Goblin, but that's how it really is in the comic. So, see you later, Dream Render. A villain can be sympathetic without having all his accountability taken away. Exactly. Look at it in Batman, Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is a perfect example of that in the animated series, not in not in that Batman Forever movie when he's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. But the Mr. Freeze character is a very sympathetic villain because he's doing that for trying to, like, save his wife or something to that effect, trying to save something of his family, or so I can get behind that. And it's exactly, save it for the lizard. Save that for the lizard, because that's what happens. He loses the arm, he tries to replicate it, the experiment goes wrong, and he's turned into the lizard, and he can't control himself. Mega Jetty, what's going on, man? You were just thinking that the Mr. Freeze thing? Yeah, that's probably like the most sympathetic character that I can identify with, or that appeals to me. Blood Mist Infiltrator. Whenever Blood Mist Infiltrator attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, Blood Mist Infiltrator can't be blocked. I'm putting that in my deck. I'm putting that in my white deck. Alright, let's edit decks. How are you doing, Mega? Blood Mist. There it is. Alright. Put that on my sideboard. I said put it on my sideboard. Oh, the Celebrant is on my sideboard. Okay. So let's take that out. Where to put it? There it is. So get that out. Put it on my sideboard. Done. Let's do a couple traditional ranked. Tom Holland Spider-Man I can't watch. Maybe that's how they portray him or betray him. The other thing I don't really like about the Tom Holland take on it is the fact that Aunt May knows he's Spider-Man after the first movie. First off, and also Aunt May is hot. Aunt May is a cougar. Aunt May is not supposed to be a cougar. No, I know because there's the rights issue that they signed for the MCU to get it back. Like, they can't do the Uncle Ben story, apparently, even though they did it first. But Marvel, the agreement between Sony and Marvel now is they can't do the Uncle Ben, like, with great powers it comes great responsibility story anymore in this universe. But that doesn't mean you have to make Aunt May hot. They call me Pride. Let's do it. Waiting on my opponent. Like, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with looking at Marissa Tomei on a movie screen. No problem at all. But it just takes away from his character. Mega Jetty says, for both Batman and Spider-Man, their rogues all exhibit one trait that's opposite of them. Batman's enemies are all have an ego that becomes their downfall. Spider-Man enemies are all irresponsible. Exactly. No ego and responsible. Oh, the debate club. Like, exactly. Like, Flash Thompson is kind of his foil, but not really. He's like kind of his buddy, but not. Well, WTF then, so I'm guessing they can't make Spider-Man a kid who struggles? That was far too much pandering to SJW. Oh, yeah. Homecoming. Especially that line, because I just watched it again the other night. The Michelle J, not Mary Jane. Friends call me MJ, but my name's Michelle. Really? Milling already? But the line she has, a couple lines in the movie, but they can still do it, Soy. But they've built it into the MCU, so it's a connection with Stark Industries. So it takes away a lot of like his effort of becoming Spider-Man or finding his powers. Even though Maguire Spider-Man was the type that had like the bite where he like his body changed into a spider where he had the powers more than he built his own web slingers, that sort of thing. Web shooters. Mega Jetty says, what percentage of Batman and Spider-Man's rogues should be redeemable or sympathetic? Not many. Not many. And there's only a couple in each of them. Like the two that stand out to me, Two of my personal favorites, Batman would be Mr. Freeze, and for Spider-Man it would be Kraven. Kraven was the most sympathetic of Spider-Man villains. To me. Venom helps Spider-Man later on. No spoilers. No spoilers, Mega Jetty. Mr. Matthews hasn't seen it yet, and I'm not sure about Soy. I don't think so either, but no spoilers. Let's talk about Homecoming. We can talk about Homecoming. Or the Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. We already talked about the Tobey Maguire, but we can talk about some more as well. I mentioned the Andrew Garfield because I'm not as down on them as a lot of fans are. I thought they were pretty good. Was he the vampire? No, that's Michael Morbius, Mr. Matthews. Kraven the Hunter was just a hunter who hunted big game, and he chose Spider-Man to be like his biggest thing ever. Like his prize win, and it drove him crazy to the point where he eventually went mad. So, and then it went down like a dark path. Oh yeah, in a way Venom, because you can't really control it. Like when you have the black suit on you can't really control yourself. Because Brock was pretty straightforward before. He wasn't like a bad guy. He just was not so lucky at times. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That story arc is probably the best in all of the villains in the original runs of Spider-Man. Because if you look at the rest, maybe Green Goblin can be sympathetic at times. But I don't think Doc Ock should never be made sympathetic. And not any of the B level rogues. Like your Mysterio, I think is a B level rogue. Electro, Scorpion, none of those should be. Oh, get out of here. And Hobgoblin, I guess to an extent, similar to Green Goblin. Get out of here with this milling. Oh, Doc Ock, yeah. They should never have made him a sympathetic character. It's not as... He's supposed to be like the big bad guy. It's similar to the Joker in the Batman universe. These are not sympathetic characters. They're not supposed to be. They're not redeemable. Brock was irresponsible even before the Venom symbiote in the animated series. He was trying to ruin Dr. Connors just to make himself look good. And in Spidey 3, she did get JJ's praise. Oh yeah, the Eddie Brock character went down that path. But I mean, when he first started out in the comic, that's it right there. So he was a hack. Like, he wasn't a bad guy. It's just he couldn't cut it. So he started taking shortcuts. And that feeds into exactly what you were talking about, Mega Jetty, that it makes Parker look more responsible because Brock took the quick and easy way and paid for it. What the heck? You mill me like crazy and then you take both timeouts? Gives us a chance to talk, though. Oh, milling me like crazy again. Carnage is the Joker. Yep. Definitely close to that equivalent as well. I'd say Doc Ock in the early, and then more in the modern, it would be Carnage. After Doc Ock took a backseat, for sure. You didn't see him, Pete, but I think for the most part, all the Spidey villains were small time. They're trying to take over the world. They were just trying to steal stuff. True. That's true. Maybe that's why he's such a likable character, though. Because he's like, you know... Oh yeah, they definitely look a bit softer than Red Skull. And Carnage burnt down New York City. Yep, sure did. But that's when it was like going crazy. Comic was like way over the top. No, in just I don't think he was sympathetic in the original comic, and he had run-ins with Peter in the original comic, but he wasn't like friendly to him. Not like Kirk Connors. Kirk Connors was his mentor in the original comic. The Lizard was the first villain that he faced in the original comics. The first like major villain. That they really just played on that in Spider-Man 2 and in the later stuff. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but from what I recollect. That it was more in the like the '90s cartoon, and then in Spider-Man 2. Yeah, exactly. That's when Venom was like, Parker, I think we need to work together because we might be in a little bit of trouble. Like, common foe has been identified. Carnage. Carnage. Green Goblin's more Joker than Carnage, mostly because he has two purple and green, but also because he stands out the most given, learns about Peter's identity, kills his lover. Oh yeah, Gwen Stacy. And that's another thing that I give the Garfield movies credit for. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I give Alex Kurtzman credit for is how Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 ended, that Gwen dying and the effect that it had on Peter. Even though the choice was different because the choice was already made in the first Tobey Maguire movie and it was between MJ and kids rather than Captain Stacy and Gwen. But that's the closest I've seen them get that story arc right. I gotta give credit where credit is due. And Kurtzman gets that. Ugh. I just feel dirty saying those words. Kurtzman got it right. Connors was in the last two Raimi movies. I mean, the outfit, the Joker's personality. That's why the Joker is such a good villain. Joker is better than any villain in Spider-Man, in my personal opinion. Even though I always preferred the Spider-Man cartoons and the comics as a kid. I would have liked to see if where they took that, if they'd been allowed. They were developing his character with the relationship to Parker. Yeah, exactly. It would have been. Would have been interesting to see. Alright, what do we got here? What do we got here? Hexproof, lifelink. So let's see. He's gonna block with the wall. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. Wait, one more turn. One more turn. He says, okay, still I like though the Doc Connors and Ock were mentors that along with Norman and Harry Boss created a trend that Peter's enemies are always someone close to him. I don't disagree. I like how they handled that in the 90s cartoon and in the Raimi movies. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. Do you think Venom should have helped Spider-Man instead of killing him off if Raimi did do 6 movies? Oh yeah, they would I would like to have seen a crossover. I definitely would have liked to see a crossover where they help each other. It kind of seems like Raimi was choosing to have that storyline going to the background, going on in the background, so it would have a lot more weight when Raimi brought out the Lizard. Yep. Raimi was a true fan, I'll give him that. He was probably the truest of Spider-Man fans that we've gotten to deal with this franchise. Dead weight on that thing. And I might actually win this game. This game's been going on forever. And then we'll go with a +2. I'll go with that. Yeah. Not gonna waste my hits on that thing. Yep, I wonder if that was his favorite villain. Maybe. Maybe because he was saving it until the end. You have quite the presence on that board, Pete. I know. I know. They've just got mill cards out. That's what this person's been doing, just milling me like crazy. I only have a handful of cards left. They were just waiting to empty my deck. That's all they were doing. They were just biding time to empty my deck. I'll take that. Mega Judy said that's one of the things I think Batman needs. Some of his enemies have to be close to him, like Harley could be an old flame from college he dumped to go on his journey to be Batman. And this comes back to haunt him as she becomes Joker's henchman. And he wants to save her to the point where he'll risk revealing his identity. And so it says Raimi was in college around the time Venom came out, so he liked the OG villains. Yep. Definitely makes sense. Didn't understand. Yeah, he didn't understand Venom properly. Didn't handle the character, but he got the OG ones. That's for sure. Just somebody give me the Sinister Six. Like we've had it teased so many times. Give me the Sinister Six. Like the Garfield movies teased it. Raimi was teasing it. Now we're getting it teased in the new ones. Open Minded Movie Man. What's going on? What's going on, man? We're getting teased in the Tom Holland movies. We've already had the Vulture. And we've had Mysterio. And then we Scorpion. Not as the Scorpion, but as Mac Gargan. Let's just go. Come on. Let's do it. Stop holding me back. Oh, milling me already? Oh, it's the same person. I forgot I'm playing. I forgot who I was playing, Mr. Matthews. Sony forced Venom into the movie. That makes sense. That's why we saw him so early. Oh, the cruel celebrant. No, just go. Don't make me resolve like 4 times. We don't need that, man. We don't need it. And Mega Jetty says the MCU could do the Sinister Six. Things become difficult as he can't take on 6 villains and he needs more help. Yeah, I could see that, but also it's just like what he has to do by himself as well. Being self-sufficient and having to work between taking on each one at different times. That way he's not getting teamed up on. There's just so many things there. I just want to see it. I just want to see it. No attack. And the Drill Master will be coming out next. Oh, all these mill cards. Ah, I wish I had more murder cards in this deck. Where's the Spark Harvest when I need one? Onto the Drill Master. I'm going to play it on the Sergeant, on the Gallant Cavalry, and then attack. Make it a 4-2. Mega Jetty, what watch party will there be? I think he's doing Terminator 2 this week. I wanted to be on it, but I'm working. Come on. Mr. Matthews, was I an N64, PS1, or a Saturn guy? I had changed to Sega more after the original Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo later on, but I originally had a Genesis. But I think the PlayStation I bought first. My buddy had the N64. I love the N64. So I'd have to say at first I was more of a PS1, but later on I became more of an N64, if that makes any sense. I think I was just taken by the whole CD thing. But then I started playing some of the games on the N64, especially games like GoldenEye. And I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. Should have instanced before, but I saved it. Yeah. Open Mind Movie Man. I sent a message on Twitter. It's my Terminator 2 director's cut. Nice. Nice, Mega Jetty. Mega Jetty says Spider-Man 3 should have ended on a cliffhanger with the symbiote bonds with Brock at the church. Spider-Man 4 could have dealt with repairing the damage that's difficult to do to Venom and Sandman. Exactly. No, that's what we were talking about. Soy and I were talking about earlier, just before you came in, that Venom shouldn't have even been in that movie in full. Like, you could have ended it with Brock fusing with the symbiote, and that's how it ends. That would be a great cliffhanger. But it shouldn't have been, he shouldn't have been a villain in the movie. Open-Minded Movie Man says, I missed my chance to see Godzilla King of the Monsters in IMAX, but I believe a discount theater is showing it for cheap. I'll be able to see it for around $4 in the day, $5 a night. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I went on, the second time I went on Tuesday, like the discount night here. It was something similar to that, like $7. I need to gain some life here to buff up that Pridesmate. What do we got? What are they doing here? Get out of here with... There goes my Doom Dissenter. Oh, I hate those cards. And there's the cage. There goes my cage. Oh. I hate those cards. You can pretty much see exactly where they intended it in the movie. Spider-Man 3 to end, yep. Open Mind Movement says, was it at Cinemark type of theaters because it's usually $5 all day and night during Tuesday nights? Similar to that. I think they're called Landmark here. You know, I mean it because I said it twice, as Mr. Matthews. I think we got it. I think we got your understanding. I'm looking forward to Godzilla coming out in home release, though. Pick that up on Blu-ray. Hopefully it comes in a box where you get both DVD and Blu-ray. Then I can do like a review on it, some more coverage on it, and also maybe get the soundtrack. The soundtrack is sick. I love the soundtrack on that thing. Alright. I don't like where this is going. He's just gonna mill me again. They're not even attacking. Not even attacking. Do I even... I think I have a murder card in this deck. I need a murder card. And Spark Harvest, where are you? Technically, tax 595, which is pretty good with for recently new movies. Oh yeah, I agree. That's a great price. Can't beat that. Yeah, there's 3 cards. 9 cards. Ugh. I hate that card. Just gonna mill me out. That's all they're doing, is just milling me out. Not a thought of attacking. Not a thought. I have a card in my real deck now, Mr. Matthews. Cleansing Nova, like my actual deck that I have this built as. I need to get that card in here where I can just wipe this board. Just wipe away all his defense. I saw your comment. Sorry, Mega J. I saw your comment about the live stream. I'm gonna make how Spider-Man Far From Home should have been. Is include Captain Marvel and actually make her likable. Oh yeah, I did. You did. Sorry, I just missed it. Oh, Soren. So there goes your wall. So that's still 4. How long have I been playing Magic? Not too long, actually. Open-minded movie, man. I used to play it on and off, but I've only been playing it seriously for about 6 months. And even then, I still played intermittently. So, but I do remember it from high school. People playing it all the time. And I would sit in, and I never really, like, invested myself in it, so... Figured it was time. Now that it's online, you know, can do both at the same time. He's just gonna mill me again, I think. Hashtag make Captain Marvel likable, yes. And that's okay, yeah. But yeah, I thought of a way to actually have Carol have an arc in a non-Captain Marvel story and make her likable as opposed to how she... get out of here with your thought control. His hubris was his undoing. So these are all 4/4s. And I'm just going to keep the Celebrant back. He's only got 1 mana. He can block some of these, but... This is an entirely mill build. It has no offense. I've never played Magic ever. Just a curiosity to watch sports. Oh yeah, man. I watch a ton of sports. Huge football, baseball fan, some basketball, hockey. I am Canadian, so I do watch some hockey, but it's not my first choice. But yeah, man. I watch every sport you could imagine, pretty much. There we go. Got it. You called it, Mr. Matthews. Hockey, am I right? There you go. To a point, to a point. I'm not going to say. I definitely grew up on hockey, that's for sure. It's all my dad ever watched. But then I got exposed to other sports, so. Got my 9th victory. Ah, that thing. At least it was an M20 card. Who's my NFL team? Probably the Seahawks. Seattle. For no particular reason. I'm located probably closest to Buffalo. I used to see Buffalo play all the time. And I have a soft spot for the Bills, but exactly, F that guy for sure. Just Mill City. Mill City. But probably the Seahawks. And for a while now. Probably since Hasselbeck was a quarterback. Alright, let's buy some packs. 1, 2, 3. Spending spree. It involves retelling the Spider-Man origin in the MCU, but does something a bit different than most Spidey origins have done before. Here's a bit. Uncle Ben knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. I think that is in one of the, the origin stories, something similar to that. But yeah, that's interesting that Ben already knows. Opening 10 packs, Mr. Matthews. Some of these are new to me. I played a vampire deck earlier that had a pretty sick 1-1. Seahawks, is Sherman still with him? No, he left 2 seasons ago. He's with the 49ers now, Mr. Matthews. And he's done. Earl Thomas left this year. They're definitely in a full rebuild. And I like Russell Wilson, open-minded movie man. Like, without him, they probably wouldn't have won that first Super Bowl, even though Marshawn Lynch was a beast. And in that second Super Bowl, Russell Wilson was the only reason they were in that game. Ultimately cost them at the end, but the only reason they were still in that game was the fact that he was hitting receivers that had no business catching the ball. Ooh, what is this? Temple of Silence enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you get to scry. Ooh, I'm putting that in my white-black deck. I like that land card. Temple of Silence. Okay. Yeah, that guy. I hated him. Oh yeah, he was annoying. He was no other play. All he was doing was milling. Voracious Hydra. It's not white. I don't really care. I'm just looking to build my white-black deck. Meh. Nothing too crazy. Should have run with Lynch. It was stupid to pass. Oh yeah. No, I know. Years later, and I still know that. I also used something done in the comics that was hinted at in Avengers Endgame, and the fact that Carol has a crush on Peter. Oh, you got that card? Yeah, that's a sick card. That land. Definitely doing that. The temple card. Gotcha. Ooh, what is this? You can tap to give it first strike until end of turn. Ah, red. I don't play red. We're good. Let's move on. Murder? I've already got murder. I guess common cards are going to come out. Field of the Dead enters the battlefield tapped. You tap it for a colorless mana whenever Field of the Death or another land enters the battlefield under your control. If you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie token creature. Nice. Very nice. I'd never get to that. I don't have enough named lands. But that's fun. That's a fun card. Baroni Vampire. No special abilities, though. Ah, there's another Field of the Dead. Would have loved Thomas on my team, but not at the price for what the Brave... No. Yeah, the Ravens definitely paid for him. Oh, nice. Rare wild card. What else do we got here? Meh. Nothing too thrilling. And the last one. Have I played Coder? Oh, I love Coder, Mega Jetty. I'm just about to wrap the stream up, but I could talk for hours about Coder. I've been meaning about streaming it. I do have it on Xbox, but I've also got it on Steam as well, so I might give it a shot. But I love Coder 1 and 2. Love both of them. Villas, the Broker of Blood. It had to be a demon. It had to be a demon. Open-minded movement. He means Knights of the Old Republic. Find that land. And take out the guild. There we go. So let's see what else we got. Soul Mender. I wish you could sort by the guild. You can. I thought so. Sweet. Let's take a look. So what do we have in here from M20? We've got the Moorland Inquisitor. The Hanged Executioner. That looks like a decent card. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 spirit with token, with flying. A 1/1 token with flying. Let's see what else in here that I have in here for 3 mana. In the white. Inspiring Cleric in the History of Benalia. Oh, I love the Saga card though. But I could take out one of these. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm going to take out the Bloodletter and put that in. Jade Empire. I'm aware of it, but I haven't played it. Mega Jetty. I have not played it. But I am aware of it. I wish this vampire did something in terms of ability, because I'd put it in just based on the picture, but hey, that's just me. Blood Burglar, Vampire Rogue. As long as it's your turn, Blood Burglar has lifelink. Don't really like the name of the name of that card. Oh, Soul Savage. That's similar to another card that I have. An older card where you can pull things out of your graveyard. Oh, I'd like to get that card in there too. Jeez. Oh yeah, the Disenchant card. I just saw that, Mr. Matthews. That's a nice card. Destroy targeted artifact or enchantment for only 2 mana. Just out of curiosity, what kind of vehicle do I drive? Like me? Just a car. A Mazda 3. It's basically Star Wars Coder, but with Mortal Kombat in terms of gameplay and world building. Haven't played it, but I've watched it, and it's awesome. Also, inspiration for my story. Ah, gotcha. Very nice. But yeah, I do remember it because there was a lot of it. I was all Xbox. Like I liked uh, PlayStation first and N64, but when PlayStation 2 and Xbox came out, I was all in on Xbox. All in. Do I have no blue ones? Oh, here we go. Want to see what's in the M20 so far that I've gotten. Very miscreant. Save and exit. Yes, indeed. Even though Jade Empire is more based on Chinese mythology, some aspects have been inspired by Japanese style. Blue Shogun. Got it. And a Toyota Corolla. So similar. Similar vehicle. Alright, gentlemen. Ladies and gents, if they're already watching. But you guys, my friends, I'm going to sign off for tonight. I'm going to head out and call it a night. Got to get up for work pretty early in the morning, so. Open Mind Movement says, never had N64 Xbox. It was PlayStation 1 or 2. I want to get 3 mainly so I can play PS2 games on there. I never got into Xbox. Mr. Matthews says I have one now with One Game Pins or Dragoon. I played so much Xbox. And you got to be careful, Open Mind Movement. You got to get a Gen 1 PS3 if you're going to play the old games. You know what I mean. Mr. Matthews, help me out. I'm missing the term. Backwards compatibility. Because the more modern PS3s won't let you do it. Exactly, Mr. Matthews. You got to have that Gen 1 PS3 that still works. That doesn't have the Ring of Death. The red light of death. But I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in. All you guys. Open Minded Movement, Mega Jetty, Mr. Matthews. Acid Burn was with us off the top. Soy. Base Jeremy also stopped in to say hello. And whoever else was checking the stream out. I appreciate it as I appreciate all the support I get on this channel. And I will talk to you. Oh, we'll talk GoldenEye all night long, man. We'll talk GoldenEye all night long, my friend. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the support. I'll be back on Friday with Crystal Lake Fridays. More horror. Back to the try to finish off the Evil Within. Hopefully that music wasn't too loud. It was loud in my earphones. All right, gents. Have a good night.